Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week I try to bring you the latest from people from all across the country to kind of talk about new things that you could do for you right here in New Mexico.
Well, I have spent my entire career preaching and teaching about living a life of affordable luxury. And to me, it is not luxurious if it's not affordable.
Well, fall is the perfect time to travel because, as you know, it gets a little bit cooler, gets less crowded. It's no longer high season, so you can find a lot of good deals.
We hear about financial strategies. I think we get intimidated, right? But we all have strategies every day we execute, as basic as like how many cups of coffee I'm gonna have, or when am I gonna go to bed, or when am I gonna wake up. So having a same approach to the most important thing out there, our money, is critical. So I wanna give everyone one strategy to implement today.
In most scenarios, what I find is a younger individual is not thinking about life insurance. So in those scenarios, I want you to have life insurance through your employer. Get as much you can there.
And that's happening right here on New Mexico Rising. One Shot Overtime Elites is the new docu-series on Prime, which showcases the lives of the next generation of basketball stars as they navigate their pursuit of a professional basketball career through their experience playing for the trailblazing basketball program Overtime Elite. So joining us now to talk about the series is NBA veteran and OTE's general manager, Damian Wilkins. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. How about you? Thanks for having me.
All right, so before we get into the series, can you tell me about Overtime Elite and what is your role there?
Well, we're we're a premier basketball league for high school age basketball athletes looking to develop their game holistically, right? My role here as general manager and head of basketball is just all things basketball. You know, I run our basketball department from player movement to scheduling to roster construction, all the things that that entails us putting a great product on the floor.
In the series and in, well, sports news altogether, the big storyline is the Thompson twins. What has it been like to watch Amen and Asar develop at Overtime Elite, then go on and make history into the NBA draft?
Amen and Asar are two amazing young I'll start there. They're hardworking. They come from a great family. They work their butts off, man, and they came here pretty much unknown and took a chance on us when we didn't have a building, we didn't have a team constructed for them, but they believed in what we said that we were going to do for them. They leaned into their personal development and growth, and I'm excited to see them in their rookie years right now playing for Houston and Detroit respectively.
While the program offers a better pathway to becoming professional athletes, it doesn't mean all players are planning to go straight to the NBA. In fact, readying players for college is also part of the program. One of the truly inspiring storylines in the series is that of Trevor Parker. Can you tell me about his academic journey and where he is now?
Oh yes, he, as you'll find out in the series, he had a very challenging background, just not only academically, but just from his family dynamic. And a lot of our guys, really come from situations where, they've had to be the men of their household. And when you look back at, just their backgrounds, again, like I said, they hadn't had much of an opportunity to be kids. But I commend them for just how successful they are now. Just taking this path, believing in us and allowing us to give them the opportunity to help themselves. And Trey Parker has been, one of our standout athletes. He's still here now. He was planning to go to NC State, but decided to take a gap year here at OTE, something that we offer to continue his development, his personal development, his athletic development. So we're excited about his future and his development and his growth, and looking forward to seeing him out there on the court when our season starts December 1st.
Also, the phrase "protect the culture" is printed on all the walls throughout the OTE facilities. So what does that phrase mean to you?
Just we want to bring guys in here who love the game of basketball and who are not afraid to work hard, not afraid to be disciplined, not afraid of resilience, not afraid of challenges. And that culture is what we want to build. We have an iron sharpens iron culture. A lot of these guys come from high schools, right, where they're the best player on their team by far, and the big man on campus. But here, you know, you have guys every day standing next to you, working with you that are either better or just as good. And, you know, we want that competitive culture to resonate throughout our building to help these guys be the best that they can be.
Damian Wilkins, thank you for joining me this morning. You have to check out One Shot Overtime Elites. It's the new docu-series. It's available now on Amazon Prime.
Thank you for having me.
The seasons are changing, and fall marks the perfect time to add creative touches to home decor. So here to help is celebrated designer Lauren Makk. Lauren is a popular TV designer on the Oprah Winfrey Network and has been a host on shows like TLC's Trading Spaces and the network show Fab Life. And now she's going to bring her graces to that wonderful show we like to call New Mexico Rising. Welcome to the show, Lauren. How are you?
Hi, thank you. I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing fabulous. So what are some ways to make a decorating statement for fall?
Well, I have spent my entire career preaching and teaching about living a life of affordable luxury. And to me, it is not luxurious if it's not affordable. Like take for instance these chairs. I got these chairs for free. I did a spray paint design on them, and now there's such a splash in my home, and I didn't even spend a dime, Dan.
Oh, that's cool. Where should we start when tackling fall home makeovers?
Certainly. So I told you I love a good deal, and my biggest shopping secret is starting by going to Slickdeals. Okay, Slickdeals is a community of millions of folks just like you and me working together to save. It's shoppers helping shoppers who are vetting and voting up the best deals from retailers like the Home Depot and even Amazon. You can find everything from home decor to remodeling supplies, and you'll feel confident that you're getting the best price out there.
So what's a home improvement that will impress your guests this fall?
Well, I say impress your guests with cleaner, safer, better tasting drinking water. The Culligan AquaCentral Smart Reverse Osmosis System is regarded as the world's most efficient RO drinking water system. It comes in a variety of designer faucet finishes, which I love, and is certified to reduce up to 70 contaminants from your drinking water. Now, my techie husband, he loves the Culligan Connect app, which helps with your water consumption goals, monitors contaminants that are removed from your water, and even tells you about how many of those plastic bottles you're saving from landfills. Isn't that cool?
So what are some other home improvement ideas that you should consider?
Yes, well, the little things make a huge impact. Something as simple as swapping out your toilet seat, for instance. It's a quick upgrade in your bathroom that everybody can appreciate. Now, Bemis is known for their high-quality, affordable toilet seats, plus they're made right here in the U.S., and they have so many options. Right now, we are in full potty training mode at my house, and I love the next step to child and adult seat. So it looks like a normal toilet seat, but it comes with a child-size seat built right into the lid. And if you're not in a potty training mode, you can still infuse your bathroom with some elegance with the Mayfair by Bemis Benton, which has these beautiful, elegant metal hinges and is just perfect for anybody's bathroom.
All right, there's some home decor right there. Is there anything else that we're missing this morning, or where can we go for more information?
Certainly, just go to tipsontv.com.
Lauren, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much, Jude.
You know, fall is the perfect time for a vacation because there are great deals and it's not as hot or crowded. And here with fall travel inspiration is TV host and travel expert Rachel Rudwall. Welcome to the show. Rachel is a fellow in the Explorers Club, an Emmy-nominated producer, and she has produced or hosted shows like Travel Channel's Epic List, Ice Road Truckers, and Axemen. And she likes to come to Santa Fe. So welcome to the show. Rachel, how are you?
Thanks for having me. I'm great. I love New Mexico, so it's good to be talking to you.
So why is fall such a great time to travel? And I know you were talking about traveling to New Mexico before we jumped on here. But what should we do as New Mexicans?
Well, fall is the perfect time to travel because, as you know, it gets a little bit cooler, gets less crowded. It's no longer high season, so you can find a lot of good deals. I just had some international assignments and found that I felt like I was the only traveler in a lot of these very famous spots in Peru and Tahiti, and so it was great to have the spot to myself. Plus, all across the U.S., there are plenty of choices for fall trips, from peeping fall colors to football weekends. And Dan, many of the state and national parks offer great fall packages.
So what are some of the new innovations to like make it easier to travel?
Let's start with power. If you're anything like me, you bring devices with you when you're traveling and you need to keep them powered up. Yoshino's innovative technology brings a premium, compact, portable power solution to your everyday life and wherever your adventures take you. You can easily power activities around the house, like outdoor movie night, ticket camping or RVing, and power lights and devices, or keep phones, laptops, and camera batteries charged during a road trip. Simple to charge, Yoshino provides up to 660 watts of power through AC, DC, and USB outlets. You can also use Yoshino as a solar generator with the optional solar panels and generate your own power while camping or off-grid.
That's really cool. I kind of want one of those. Do you have a favorite fall destination or location?
Yes, so I love the changing fall colors, and I highly recommend Michigan. Michigan is a state that I used to visit growing up in the Midwest. It is home to 2 spectacular peninsulas that offer the freshest places to see fall colors. Each fall, the state's 19 million acres of forest really come alive with a crescendo of brilliant oranges and yellows and reds, creating the perfect backdrop for a scenic drive, a refreshing hike, or a visit to an apple orchard or a cider mill. Fall also means football. So Dan, you can check out a college game in towns like Ann Arbor or East Lansing, or head to Ford Field for a pro game in Detroit. That's where the 2024 NFL Draft is being hosted. Plan your trip at michigan.org.
All right. What are some tips about finding a great place to stay?
For finding a great place to stay, I recommend the Trademark Collection by Wyndham. They have a lot of beautiful one-of-a-kind properties all around the world, plus a number of really incredible properties and gaming destinations as a part of their partnership with Caesars Entertainment. Think of hotels with luxurious spas, celebrity chef-inspired dining in cities like Las Vegas, Atlantic City, and New Orleans. And best of all, you'll earn Wyndham Rewards points on every stay, getting you that much closer to your next free trip. Just go to trademarkhotels.com for more info.
Do you have any other travel, like fall travel inspiration that you have?
I do. Anywhere that you find yourself, you can figure out when there will be peak fall colors by using one of the many free interactive fall foliage maps online. These maps use historical data plus real-time weather forecasts for 2023. You plug in the dates in question and your region, and it will tell you when you're slated to reach peak colors wherever you are.
That's actually kind of cool, especially for photographers out there that want to go take some good pics. Rachel, where can we go for more information about any of this and follow you on social media?
For more information about anything we've talked about today, go to tipsontv.com. And if you want to say hi to me and follow my adventures, just reach out at Rachel Roams, RachelRoams on social media.
Thank you very much, Rachel.
Thank you.
And a little later.
Well, I think we're all used to hearing about families that struggle with food insecurity. What folks don't realize, though, is since the majority of U.S. households now include a pet, if a family is struggling to get enough to eat, they're probably also struggling to feed their animals. And that's why we are launching Pet Hunger Awareness Day today, and we'll be talking about this topic every year on the last Tuesday of September to raise awareness and hopefully make a difference.
And the number one question I ask is, if you were to die today, would anyone suffer financially due to your death? And so is it a scenario where you are a single parent raising young children, or you're financially caring for aging parents, or you are the higher earner within a relationship?
Saving for long-term goals like a new house or dream vacation can be challenging, but there are ways to simplify that process and try to meet our financial goals. So joining us today is former financial executive and Wall Street Journal bestselling author Jason Tartick, who is teamed up with Capital One to share important saving strategies. You know, Jason is also host of Apple's top charting business podcast, Trading Secrets, and is a past contestant on The Bachelor. Welcome to the show, Jason. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so why is it really important to have a strategy to start saving?
Dan, I think it's a great question because we hear about financial strategies. I think we get intimidated, right? But we all have strategies every day we execute, as basic as like how many cups of coffee I'm going to have, or when am I going to go to bed, or when am I going to wake up. So having a same approach to the most important thing out there, our money, is critical. So I want to give everyone one strategy to implement today. Think about a set dollar amount that works for you, and every paycheck, take that set dollar amount and focus and deploy it on somewhere where you can make money on your money. Because the big thing with savings and strategy is forecasting for the future and planning. And if you haven't got ahead of it today, it's important to know it is never, never too late. So the best time to start was yesterday, but if we forgot yesterday, let's start today.
All right, so what do you recommend to people who are looking to enhance their saving strategy?
Yes. So one of the big things out there is time value of money we learned in business school, right? The idea is that our dollar yesterday is not as worth much as it is today. So we want to make money on our money. A very relevant tool out there right now is a CD. It's known as a certificate of deposit. The things to know with a CD: safe, straightforward, and it's simple. You will get a guaranteed rate of return with your CD, which is why it's a critical tool right now, because there's so much variability in the marketplace, and to know exactly what your rate of return will be at a fixed period and when you'll receive it is a great, great strategy. But one of the tips I got to give is with CDs, you gotta know what the interest rates are out there. You gotta go with a competitive CD, and the best one out there right now is the Capital One 360 CD.
So what else do we need to know about opening a CD?
Yeah, I think one of the things with a CD that we get a little bit, again, intimidated or maybe paralyzed by is like, what do we do? I can't afford it. I don't qualify. The biggest thing you got to know: there's no minimum requirements. You don't need that big six-figure salary to get started today. Whatever dollar amount works for you will work if you want to use a Capital One 360 CD. That is probably the biggest misconception out there. So just knowing that you're going to have a guaranteed safe solution and that it's accessible to anyone as you're saving for medium and long-term purchases. You think about the cost of housing, or maybe it's entertainment or a vacation. This is the time to start, and it's easy to start with a customizable solution like a Capital One 360 CD.
So how important is it to consider the risks associated with investing in like a CD?
Yeah, Dan, I think we hear risks, we hear financial assessment, and we're just like, I don't know where to go. Again, let's just get comfortable with finance. All of us today, we assess risk every day. We get into a car, we put our seatbelt on. That's what we do. And so doing that with our investments is so critical. The best part about a CD is that we already talked about, you're going to get the guaranteed rate of return. I mean, that is really critical to know that whatever you select, you're going to get that fixed rate of return based on the term you select. The other thing is that your original deposit into a CD, super, super safe, because it's guaranteed up to the FDIC insurable limits, which is huge. One thing to consider, though, is when you take money and you do all those saving strategies and you deploy it towards something like a Capital One 360 CD, you just want to make sure that the term that you commit to is the term that you can afford to commit to, because there are some early penalty fees if you have to withdraw it.
So what do you do when your CD term ends?
Yes, so with the Capital One 360 CD, there's multiple options, which is nice. Customizable in finance is like music to anyone's ears. You have a few options. You can renew it at the current term it's at, so that's simple. Maybe you said, I've earned enough money on my money, I'm ready for that big purchase, I'm ready for the down payment. You can roll it into a savings account, or we go back to customizable. Once your CD term ends, you can then customize a new solution based on what your financial future will look like. So you can renew for another 6 months, a year, 18 months, and so on. So the best part about a CD, you got that fixed rate of return, and then you have solutions on top of it that are customizable to wherever you're at financially.
Jason Tardik, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information and learn about investing in one of these CDs?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. For more information on strategy and just the interest rates and the structures, you'll just go to CapitalOne.com.
And also, don't extend yourself. If you can't afford it, don't do it yet. Think about it.
Yes, that's the best strategy right there.
There you go. Well, thanks, Jason, for hanging out with me this morning.
Thanks, Dan.
The racial wealth gap in this country is staggering, but income levels are rising and there are more opportunities than ever so that we could actually chip away at that gap. One opportunity is to deepen the awareness and understanding of how to use wealth building tools such as life insurance. You know, life insurance can help create wealth for the next generation and change the trajectory for a family's future. And today we have Prudential financial expert Shirley Ann M. Robertson here to let us know about why life insurance is crucial to comprehensive financial plan and how it can help close that racial wealth gap in the United States. Welcome to the show, Shirley Ann. How are you?
Good morning. I am wonderful. Thanks for having me.
So how important is life insurance in a comprehensive financial plan?
Life insurance is very important. So let me kind of level set here. So I'm some 30 plus years in the financial services industry. And the number one question I ask is, if you were to die today, would anyone suffer financially due to your death? And so is it a scenario where you are a single parent raising young children, or you're financially caring for aging parents, or you are the higher earner within a relationship? So you need to make sure that life insurance is there. Yet some 41% of individuals either have no insurance or don't have enough. Yet we spend more time insuring our cars, our homes, our cell phones than insuring ourselves.
So what age should people consider purchasing life insurance? Are you
Any
ever?
age
Oh, I was going to
is
say,
the right
are you
age.
too young or too
Any
slow?
age.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, any age is the right age. I'd rather see you have something than nothing at all. But in most scenarios, what I find is a younger individual is not thinking about life insurance. So in those scenarios, I want you to have life insurance through your employer. Get as much you can there. For my older clients, more seasoned like myself, we're going to still get life insurance through the employer, but now let's have the one-off conversations where I look at your budget and I do a deep dive and find the dollars that we can use to buy life insurance, to protect the mortgage, make sure the kids can go to college, make sure the life will continue uninterrupted financially. They'll miss you emotionally, but you don't want them to be in a scenario where they're devastated financially. So there's many reasons why you need it, young and old.
And many people kind of think of life insurance as like that safety net for final expenses. How can policyholders actually benefit from having life insurance while they're still alive?
Absolutely. So life insurance has evolved. It's no longer just a death benefit. Life insurance has many living benefits. So think of it from my scenario. So I have my life insurance designed to create sort of a staggering layering effect. So the first policy I have says that if I became terminally ill, if I were confined to a nursing home, or if I became critically ill, my death benefit will provide me protection today. Then the next layer of my policy says that as a key person for my company, that life insurance will pay to my partner to keep my company going. The next layer of my protection is paid to my trust. And so now my trustee is going to follow my instructions specifically. So I'm controlling that money from the grave. And then the next layer of my policy says that the cash value gives me tax-free dollars today that I can use today, or I can wait till my retirement and access the money then. So see, life insurance has evolved, a living benefit, not just a death benefit.
Are there different types of life insurance or benefits that are most important when thinking about like life insurance as an investment for like building wealth?
Yes, there are. There is term insurance, whole life insurance, variable, there is an index. There's many types of life insurance, but here's where I see consumers getting overwhelmed. And that's why we need to have that one-on-one conversation. So don't try and go it alone. The one thing I ask you to do is to look through your budget, find where we can find the dollars to start doing some type of life insurance. And then we can go deeper and figure out what type of policy makes sense for you, for your unique situation.
Shirley Ann, thank you for joining me this morning. Where can we learn more information about any of this?
www.prudential.com. There you'll go and find me, my other advisors, as well as other financial calculators to start the conversation for yourself.
Thank you for joining me this morning, Shirley Ann.
Thanks for having me.
Every year, an estimated 30 million pets face hunger in the United States. This is a startling fact because it poses challenges for both the pets and pet parents. Now efforts are underway to change that with the help of PetSmart charities and their local partners. So here to share details on pet hunger awareness is Amy Gilbreth, president of PetSmart Charities. Welcome to the show, Amy. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. What is something people might be surprised to learn about pet hunger?
Well, I think we're all used to hearing about families that struggle with food insecurity. What folks don't realize, though, is since the majority of U.S. households now include a pet, if a family is struggling to get enough to eat, they're probably also struggling to feed their animals. And that's why we are launching Pet Hunger Awareness Day today, and we'll be talking about this topic every year on the last Tuesday of September to raise awareness and hopefully make a difference.
Are there other impacts from pet hunger?
There are. So when folks are struggling to feed their pets, they love their pets. And we know that the love of a pet does not vary based on how much money is in your bank account. So we recently surveyed pet parents, and 83% of them said they would forego some of their own meals to make sure their pet ate. And we don't want folks to make that choice. We also don't want them to make the even more heartbreaking choice to give up their pet to a shelter because they can't take care of them.
So what actions are pet parents taking to try to help?
Well, we have a special opportunity today where pet parents can help us, and that is to participate in what we are calling the Dinner Dance Challenge. The idea here is that we want you to take a photo or a video of that happy, hoppy, spinny, waggy little dance that your animal does when they know they are about to get fed, and post it on Instagram with the hashtag Dinner Dance for Pets, because we have a very generous corporate donor who is going to donate to us for every post, and that will help us turn that money into more meals for pets.
So just hashtag Dinner Dance for Pets. Someone's going to open up their wallet and help you guys out?
Exactly.
Yeah,
you can have somebody else's money come to us for posting.
I'm down with that. When I'm spending somebody else's money and my dog is dancing, that's great. All right. What else is being done to change this trend a little bit?
Well, here at PetSmart Charities, we are making big investments. We put almost $10 million last year into programs with Feeding America and Meals on Wheels America, because we want families to be able to get resources for all of the members of their household in one place. So we do programs with them to make sure that pets and people can get fed.
So where can we go for more information, Amy, and what can people do to try to help out?
We have lots more information on our website, which is PetSmartCharities.org, so you can go find out more about this program and other programs. And what folks can do is find out what's going on in your community. If there's a food bank in your community, ask them if they carry pet food, if they'd be willing to take pet food donations. Get involved, donate, volunteer. Really, the message here is that pets are members of the family, and so we want social services programs to include pets so that families can stay together.
Amy, thanks for joining me this morning. And yeah, thank you for all that.
Thank you.
And that is it for New Mexico Rising. You know, each and every week I try to bring people from all across the country to chat right here, but that's your opportunity if you're a business owner or a band or anybody that wants to just be on the show. All you got to do is email me, newmexicorising@gmail.com. I'll bring you right here in the Red Room. We can talk about you, your projects, or whatever it is, and it'll be fun. You can hang out with the cats, and we'll do that. So please email me, newmexicorising@gmail.com, and make sure you follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're also doing giveaways and whatnot on those spots too. So jump online, get connected to New Mexico Rising. We will see you next week. That's it for that show we like to call New Mexico Rising.